it will never be enough. It will never be enough woman. It will never be enough money. It will never be enough books, knowledge. It will never be enough experiences. It will never be enough cars, houses. It will never be enough um, fame, success, conquest. Um, where is it? Work, ideas, uh, changes. Uh, when should you when should you slow down? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think you should slow down on purpose. I think if you are a capable person, then you should push to the limits of your capacities, to the limits of your intelligence levels, to how fast you learn, to the limits of your cognitive abilities, to your current position, to your current mental health, to your current um, who you are. But it will never be enough. It will never be enough money. It will never be enough clothes. It will never be enough experiences, woman, um, children, kids. So yeah, I don't know. I have to this in this journey. I'm not 18 anymore. I'm more mature. I'm more wise. I'm not as influenced as I used to be when I was younger. And when I was younger, I cared a lot about what other people used to say and think about me, and that I used to get upset if if someone doesn't like me. I used to take it as a bad thing. And as you mature, you realize that this is just life. It is what it is. Um, there's always people who you will like and people who you will not like that much. So that's all right. You have to be true to yourself and don't care about what people say, don't care about what people think. Worried with your own judgments of the things that you're doing. So well, yeah, when I was younger I made that mistake. But as I got as I got old, I realized what really matters. It's my own judgment of what I'm doing, and knowing that I'm trying to do the right things, and knowing that I'm trying to listen to my gut, my intuition. And then me personally, I have multiple interests. I spent my youth playing sports. I spent my youth uh, optimizing for a career that I end up give after the this decision 16, 17, 18. I end up pursuing a university degree. And now I believe I am more wise. I believe I have um, more knowledge, not only about the specific knowledge about the sports or about the businesses, but about human beings. Because when you are young, you don't understand why people do what they do. You don't understand why people say what they say. You don't really understand those things because you need a lot of empathy. You need a lot of you need to read. You need to go through some experiences. You need to check on the Bible as you get old. You need to assume some responsibility. You need to be confident, be brave as you start to aging. And there was a point in my life, I was 21. I just finished my university degree. And I look at myself and I look at other 21 years old guys. I don't know. There's 21 years old players on the national team. There's 21 years old business entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs. And I at the time I thought to myself, okay, my life is shit. I'm I don't have that many experiences. All I did my youth was playing and playing football, so I don't really have anything else. And I also have my degree. So those, but in the level of an experiences, I thought to myself, okay, I have to have more experiences. I need to, even with women, even with work, trying. I never had that leap of courage, attempting something that I that somewhat in a way I'm trying to do it right now, but at 21 I had that realization, okay, I have to do more, I have to do something brave. And I was starting to take some risks by ages of 21, and I did end up taking a couple of risks. And I end up having I have a couple of more stories, thank God. And as I'm getting old, I'm getting wiser. And yeah, a lot of the knowledge that you acquire, and this is what this is. I don't know, but a lot of the knowledge that you acquire as you get old, you have to keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? Because you have to uh, embody your dark side. It's like the things it's kind of your intuition, it's your private things, it's um, your desires, your new perception of the world. A lot of stoicism, a lot of a lot of wisdom. You need wisdom to make decisions, to how to behave on a daily basis, to make your routines, to make your career choices, this and that. So yeah, I believe I have a lot of belief in what I'm trying to do. So far, the things I did went almost all of them went as I expected them to go. But me personally, I don't really like to have a lot of attention on me. I like to do things privately, and then I like to show the world that I accomplished this or I accomplished that. In a way, I kind of look like I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything, but deep down, I have a lot of things going on in my life, and I have a lot of projects going on, and I have a lot of not only projects, but I have a lot of things happening in my life, even though they don't appear. It's like you don't see it um, publicly. I'm not. I'm not all the time telling people I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I like to play privately. I like to, sometimes here and there say something, and I think that fame, if I ever attain any level of fame, I don't think it's going to be beneficial to my personality, because it's going to put me in a position where I'll lose a little bit of my integrity and privacy. Also, it's going to put me in some risks in what kind of relationships I embark on, what kind of people I choose to my life. But as I said before, I'm a little bit more wise, and you need this kind of wisdom to try to choose the people, try to choose good people to be around you, try to make good decisions. I I'm a li- I was worse before. Now I have a little bit more confidence on my decision making process, and there's gonna be a day where as Elon, I'm not as smart as Elon. My IQ is not as big as Elon. Elon has a lot of IQ. He's super smart, super ambitious, super intelligent. I am not, but I believe I can make something out of myself. I believe I can make a good solid career and good solid money on, whether in sports, in businesses, in in the whole world in general. I've always been a winner my entire life, but now 23, after 21, 22, it starts. The real life starts. The money life starts. So it's over. There's no more playing for free. There's no more playing in an amateur way. There's no more doing this and playing on the side. It doesn't exist anymore. If you are like me in a way, either you are on a project. And I made this mistake when I was younger, 18, 19, 20. I made this mistake. I split my attention, and in a way, I might be doing that right now, but not. It's not the same because now now I have a macro focus. Now I have a big image that I have. It's macro focus, and then in the micro focus, I must my how can I say? Sometimes my micro focus is just to wait. You know what I mean? You just need to wait for things. It's like you're having an exam in your cases you're probably studying, so if you're having an exam on, I don't know, in 4 5 months, it's okay if today you go out with your friends, you get a little bit of energy, you get some experience with people, um, you see what happens. Maybe you meet a girl you like, you go on, you take her out, and that's something I kind of regret when I was younger. I never took the initiative to take women I like and invite them to simple things like, let's go on to the park, let's to the real woman that I enjoy to meet in real life. And I had a couple of them. Thankfully, as I got older, from ages maybe 21, 22, 23, from until today, I try to take more the initiative. I try to invite more people into doing things with me if I have the opportunity. But there's still always this fear of getting rejected, and there's always also this side of my mind that is telling me, Get to work, go work, go work. Don't do this. Just focus on your work." So you need to learn how to. Uh, I think it's feeling. I think you feel it. I think you feel when it's the time to um, to relax a little bit and to, to get some new experiences, take a girl out, interact with a stranger, um, I don't know, get invite a woman to drink a coffee, or take a Uber to another city and meet girls on another different city. Maybe that's better than if you just meet someone in your hometown. There's a lot of. I wouldn't do it. I don't think I would do it again, meeting someone on my hometown, because you have common friends, um, people that used to, maybe her ex boyfriend is from the same hometown. If it was, I don't know. I believe that in the future I am going to be with a woman that is from another city, and that has a kind of an international view on the future and on the world. But it's tough because if you want to get a commitment, you also want to spend some time together, and you also want to have this. I also want the woman to be, at least, to have ambition, to have something going on in her life. So I have to. I don't know. I don't know what's coming, but probably is gonna. I'm going to keep things in a very, very, like I do now, um, a very private way, and speak to the people that I like. I've seen Adonis. Adonis has a woman, and then he has a girlfriend, a wife and a girlfriend. I don't know if that's what I want. But I don't know. I have to see what comes into my future. I think I would rather to be married with one woman and try to work that out and try to find a position. Maybe I have to build a house for us in a common place. Let's say um, I build a house in, let's say she lives 30 kilometers away from me. I build a house 15 kilometers in the middle of us together. But I don't know if I actually end up having a professional career in the sport. Um, I might be hired for any other team from any other city, any other country. So yeah, I don't really know. I have these next couple of weeks to decide to make big changes in my life, and they will happen. It's already happening. I already had a lot of changes in the last 2 years, 3 years. Experiences, relationships, work. I got wiser. My even my brain. I don't think it's a good advice to tell young people to get, to start a business. Um, I don't think it's a good advice for you at 16, 17 to start a business. Maybe uh, if you have to, if you feel that inside of you, if you have that urgency, go for it. If you really want to do it right now, and you want to be focused 100%, and you want the money, and you want the cars, and you want, I don't know, you want a little bit of freedom, okay, go for it. But if you don't really know what to do, it's also good because you need to have that level. Your brain is not fully developed. You're not as sharp as you are going to be when you turn 22, 20, 20, even 23. I think that 23 was the best time that I felt like I was getting more more emotional intelligence. I thought I was making good decisions. I thought that I I'm not as anxious as I was um, earlier on in my life, even though I don't have my the security that I used to have with my father and my family. Now I'm a little bit um, depending a little, not 100%, but in a big percentage on myself. So uh, you need that um, level of maturity and wisdom. You also need to be very wise to you need to seek for God a little bit. You need to have good connections with the right people, be friends with the right people. Don't be friends with a lot of people. Don't do that. Don't pretend that you have a lot of friends and you like to. Be honest. Be authentic. If you like, you like. If you don't like, you don't like. Um, I don't know. I struggle a little bit with that. To be honest with others, I try to be empathic and honest, and I try to care about others. But sometimes I don't really care. It's very few people that there's my ex. She was cool. There's a couple of friends that I play with when I was younger. There were two guys that I really liked them, but even them, they have their own life path and they have their own journey in life, and there's a lot of ego. There's a lot of there's people in power in some positions of my past that they don't fall off. They don't fall off. Then they should fall off. Um, but it is what it is. I don't want to fight that battle. I don't want to. I don't want to waste my energy fighting for that. I have a big sense of justice, and I want to utilize it to do good things, and I want to utilize it to be a good member and contributor to society. But even though I have a lot of lacks too, I have a lot of lacks, and if it wasn't for my mom in this period of my life, I would be fucked up. If it wasn't for her, I'm getting better and better. My deliveries, I'm making more money on my deliveries right now, and I have, besides 3 4 hours a day doing these deliveries, I have the whole day to think, and I need to get more disciplined again. I need to stop watching YouTube videos because I still waste a little bit time watching YouTube videos. I still waste a little bit time on my phone as well. I need to get that sharp. I need to sharpen my mind again. I need to eat the right foods, and actually get myself into a higher level, and mentally, physically and mentally, but most importantly mentally. Mentally, I need to put my mind into another place, to take more responsibility, because if I don't, and in a way I do regret not taking responsibility when I was younger. But 16 17, I didn't have access to this content on the internet. I didn't have a computer like I do now. I didn't have a place to sleep, to live. I built this place over the last 6 7 months, and it's been great. It's not perfect yet, and it's really cool. I love this. This is beautiful. It's my dream when I was younger. I used to live inside of the house, and the house is not has a lot of issues, a lot of problems. But I always dreamt with with a place like this, with a room, um, with a single bed, a single computer, some books, a couple of books, so that I can learn. At the time when I was younger, I wanted to be. I had two, three, four career choices that I had in my mind, but I didn't really wanted to have a career when I was younger. I was always unsure of what to do, and as I'm getting old, as you get old, you have to do something, even if you don't really know what's the right thing to do. You have to do something, so you might just choose something and stick with your decision, and you'll end up looking back and feel proud of yourself, because this is what happens to me right now. Even though that I'm not a super successful individual, I finished my degree. I had a couple of, not a couple. I have a lot of cups with my football team. When I was younger, we won a lot of tournaments, a lot of leagues, a lot of competitions. I was almost always on the winning teams, and more than that, I scored thousands, and not thousands, but I scored hundreds of goals during my early, my youth. So in a way, I thought I deserved a little bit more. In the other way, because of my personality, maybe I didn't deserved it as much, because at a young age, and I've always been like that. It's not, I didn't change, and I won't change. I'll just attract people that are like me, and I've always wanted to be. I've always been this kind of individual. I never had a TV on my room. Um, my father, you know, I've always been like this. Work, 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 studies, food, playing, studies, and I've did what I had to do when I was younger, and now I'm going to do what I have to do as I get old, because my family needs me. Not only my old family, but the families that I wanna build too. And as you get old, 18, 19, 20, you don't really think about creating a family. I think so. I didn't have that desire. Like, okay, I want to do this, but as you age, 22, 23, I believe you start to think a lot more about um, building a family, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's a beautiful thing, and sooner or later I will also want to have a family myself. But we'll see. We'll see when is it too much. Maybe I should be doing things in Portuguese. I should be doing stuff in Portuguese, but I don't know. I believe I can reach much more people. I like myself more when I speak in English. I don't really feel that sense of that sense. I don't really like my personality when I speak in Portuguese. I feel like I'm a bit arrogant and um, I feel like I can express myself a little bit better in English. Also, I watch a lot of English content, um, so yeah, I don't think that's a problem. But yeah, it is what it is. Also, I believe there's more opportunity. Um, if I ever had any kind of businesses, I don't know if I can get to the United States. My ex is living in the United States right now. Maybe she has the I didn't even ask her. She has the green card. Maybe she doesn't. I don't really know. She's a good person. She's a good person. The We had great sex. We had a lot of She was one of the best women that I had sex with. But our communication, she didn't brought me much joy. Um, Maybe she was young too. Maybe she was in the same way as I was living this, trying to please everybody, taking other people's opinions and not having personal opinions. It exists. You see it in when you are young, and you're gonna see like just because your father thinks this way, you think this way. Just because your mom says something, you assume that as a reality, as a truth. And it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage to challenge your parents' beliefs, your parents' way of doing things. And it's not only courage, but you're gonna offend them. They will not be happy. My father, even I think, is proud of me, but even to this day, he knows that if I don't agree with him in something, I have no problem telling him. I have no problem criticizing him, and that always made me. My youth was all I was always criticized by being arrogant and by being not being this and that. But it is what it is. I've always been like this. I've always been criticized for being like this. So I might just keep being myself, and it you have a life with very low friends. You don't make a lot of friends because you have a lot of expectations. You have a lot of, how can I say, you want to be surrounded also by people that have a lot of courage, responsibility, and high standards for themselves. You have to. I'm really sorry, and I understand. Maybe this is IQ thing. Maybe this is family thing. I don't really know. Um, I don't know. I believe we should have high standards. Obviously, people will fall off. Most people, you can keep a couple of friends, but you'll be disappointed. You'll be disappointed because you're trying so hard to be as best as you can in not only in money, but in the way you treat people, in the way you are there for people. But eventually, and people and God, because to get the riches, which is the money, that this and that, sometimes not always. Most of them, they're good people, but sometimes you have to do some evil things, and yeah, I don't think it's all of, but sometimes, yeah, sometimes you have to. I'm still in a very risky position. Uh, I was very comfortable if I was living under my father, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I had to try to be myself, and I had to try to nice school from Canada, and I had to try to, I had to try. I had to follow my intuition, my gut, and yeah. When is it enough? When is it enough?